He's alive. Hey guys, this is Donnie again. Welcome back to the channel. I'm about to get you guys up to speed on what I've been doing behind the scenes to my $3,000 240SX to get her roadworthy. So before we get started, let's just introduce you to the car. This is my 1990 240SX hatch that I picked up about 2 weeks ago for $3,000. But I'm here today to get you up to speed on what I've done. Everything that I've done. This car needs to pass a safety inspection at the end of this week. I'm picking up a radiator support tonight, so there's going to be a separate video on me replacing the radiator support. That should be the last piece of the puzzle, just a bleed of the brakes, and I should be good after that. So let's go over what I did in the engine bay. So as you can see, this car is relatively clean for a New England car. I still am waiting on a coolant reservoir, but I have changed a ton of things since I got this car. The first thing I did was take care of the cylinder number 4 misfire. The plug well was filled about 3 inches with oil. Thankfully, it's nice and dry now. So I did a valve cover gasket, which I thought may have helped take care of the misfire. It did not, so I replaced the plug and the wire, the cap and the rotor, retimed the distributor, and got nowhere. So if I would have diagnosed it earlier, I would have known cylinder number 4 injector was dead. So there was no fuel coming into cylinder 4. I didn't even, well, I did pull the plug, but there was so much oil on it that you couldn't tell that it wasn't firing. Another couple maintenance items I did were the water pump, as well as the radiator. Flushed all the coolant. Next thing I wanted to talk about was the structural integrity of this front end. Like I said, it was involved in a front end collision. There was no bumper on there. You can see it creased the radiator support in multiple spots. This has to come up about 1 inch. This actually has to go down on this side about 1/2 inch. This side I got all taken care of. I had to weld it back on, and I'll show you guys why right now. But I did have to weld it back on. I am going to be pulling the whole radiator support off, as I'm going to get a brand new used radiator support tonight with the whole frame rail cut and everything. So we're going to do a nice video of fixing this the correct way, drilling all the spot welds, pulling the radiator support off, and welding the new one on. Something else I forgot to mention that I did take care of was the infamous 240SX timing chain rattle. I am going to have a whole DIY on this. I probably have 20 minutes worth of video to show you guys exactly what you need to do, how to time it, how to set it to top dead center, how to replace the tensioner, how to make sure everything's good with the timing chain rattle. It's very easy. It's really not a big deal. A trained person or somebody that's done it a few times like myself could do it in an hour or so. So I do have all new RTV on the top end of the timing cover. I have both guides pulled and a brand new tensioner put in, so be on the lookout for that DIY video relatively soon. It's gonna drop after this one because I want to take my time and I actually want to make sure it's a good video, good content, and that it'll make anybody more confident in replacing it themselves. It is very easy. Do not overthink it if you have a timing chain rattle. Do know that in my video I did not replace the tensioner, but I did have to go back and do it again because the seals on my tensioner were blown. So one of the big selling points on this car, to me anyway, was that it has a full interior. Relatively clean dash, a couple small cracks. I do not plan on fixing them. This is a 30-year-old car and the interior is this nice. That is full interior. It even has the stuff in the hatch, although you can't tell because I have a spare motor back there right now. So I told you guys in the comments of the last video, we get to 100 subs and I will plug weld these and then we'll put filler over them. We'll see what we can't do. But before we do that, I do plan on rolling the lip. So you can tell this thing is untouched. Told you guys 100 subs, we're getting very close. I believe we're at 73 now. So 27 more subs. I know you guys can pull together and do it. We'll fix those quarters. Let's just take a quick look at how well the front end fits together. From about 5 or 10 feet away, this car is starting to look like a real car. So you can see, she really does not look that bad. She definitely needs some coilovers, which she's gonna get, but she's starting to look like a car again. So here she is for now. This is where she's sitting till we get the radiator support tonight, and we'll start working on that as soon as I get it. We're finally at a good enough spot where I can try and take my first drive, and I'm gonna hop in and I'll take you guys along for a nice little quick drive. I've been working on this thing all week. I've been dying to drive it, and I have absolutely no brakes, so I'm not going to leave my street. I want to be able to get it to like 25 just to see what it feels like, because everything's a little shaky at like 3,000 RPM. I mean, it's not terrible, but what the hell else are we going to expect? This car's been sitting for probably a good part of 2 years. It's been sitting for a reason, and there was lots of lack of maintenance with this thing. But let's move her. I've really been waiting for this for a while. Nope, we're moving. Oh yeah, I definitely have no brakes. We're not going far. It doesn't feel too bad. It's definitely a little shaky. I bet you it needs motor mounts and trans mounts, but it feels pretty good. Power-wise, it feels very good. Motor feels strong aside from all the valve train noise. So, how did the first drive go? Terrible. I don't know if the car's got vacuum leaks or what. You can kind of hear it hesitating. The ignition timing may just need to be adjusted a little bit, but it sounds like a Subaru, and it shakes violently from 25 to 40, and it's a vibration. It's not like a normal 240 wheel shake or anything. I'm gonna take a deeper look into it, see if I can go over all the vacuum lines and everything else, but that's gonna be it for this video. Car starts up fine. Honestly, anything out of like 3,000 RPM, it drives amazing. So whatever it is, the hesitation's just being down low. So we're gonna get to looking into that the next video. I have an air filter for it, a fuel filter, some other stuff. We're going to see if we can't get that running a little bit smoother. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Everybody that subscribed recently, thank you. It means a bunch. Everybody that's been watching, the last video blew up pretty well. But everybody that's been watching, thank you. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.